In this lab, you will perform the synthesis of diaquotetraamminecopper 2 sulfate. First, you will measure out 7 grams of copper 2 sulfate pentahydrate. You need not measure 7 grams exactly, but for your calculations, you do need to know the exact mass used. Always record every digit the balance gives you. The copper 2 sulfate pentahydrate is then dissolved in approximately 15 milliliters of water in a 125 ml Erlenmeyer flask. Heating is necessary to get the copper sulfate into solution. Do not be afraid of overheating. It will not decompose. Next, begin the addition of 15 molar ammonia. First, exercise extreme caution with the ammonia. You can take some back to your bench in a small flask, as I did here, but be sure to keep it under your snorkel hood. Notice that as the addition of ammonia begins, you will see the formation of a sea green precipitate. Ammonia is weakly basic, and this precipitate is copper hydroxide. As the addition of ammonia continues, the precipitate redissolves and the solution takes on a much darker royal blue color. Addition should continue until the solution is transparent with no trace of cloudiness. Approximately 15 milliliters of ethanol are then added to the solution. Ethanol mixes with water, but is much less polar than water. It therefore has the effect of reducing the solubility of the compound. Next, the solution is suction filtered through a Buchner funnel. Periodically swirl the flask as it is poured to avoid leaving behind a large amount of product in the flask. However, the compound is not soluble in ethanol, so the flask can be rinsed with additional ethanol. After the compound has somewhat dried, lightly scrape the top with your spatula. This gives a finer product that will dry more readily as opposed to big wet chunks. The color of the compound will lighten slightly as it dries. Finally, determine the exact mass of product obtained.